Hello and welcome to airgunweb.com, your home for honest, real-world airgun reviews and information where we bring you the facts, not fluff. Like a lot of gun owners, I'm a fan of a beautiful wood stock. And when I opened up the box on the BSA GRT Lightning XL SE, I started to get really excited. This rifle is simply beautiful to look at as well as shoot. My sample came in .22 caliber and I can't wait to tell you all about it. Let's go ahead and get started. The BSA GRT Lightning XL SE comes in a beautiful ambidextrous wood stock. The balance is really nice and very comfortable when pulled to the shoulder. It has great contours and checkering that's not only aesthetically pleasing, but also very functional. Now, there are no open sights with the rifle, and BSA doesn't bundle an optic. I gotta say, I'm kind of happy about that. For me, I've matched a Hawk Air Max EV 4-12x40 AO scope and a set of heavy-duty match rings. The scope has an increased field of view, which is noticeable when in the field. The MAP 6 reticle is well suited for airgun use and works perfectly with Hawk's Chairgun Pro software. This rifle is powered by BSA's GRT gas strut instead of a traditional metal spring. Now, generally, I prefer a metal spring that's been properly tuned, but this gun may start to change my mind a little bit. The cocking stroke is very smooth and the shooting cycle is one of the nicest that I've felt in a very long time. The shot cycle is so smooth and steady, you can often see the pellet while in flight. The rifle is very compact and yet has a fully suppressed, shrouded barrel, which makes this rifle extremely quiet. I'm able to shoot this on my front yard range without any issues. The trigger is a sporting trigger. The pull weight is right at 2 pounds with a long second stage. It's really not that well suited for bench shooting, but it's very good for hunting and general target practice. The BSA GRT Lightning is a break barrel airgun. To fire it, you're going to need to cock the rifle each time between shots by pulling down the barrel. And now you need to make sure you put the rifle on safe before cocking because it doesn't have an automatic safety. Let's go ahead and go through the process. Put the rifle on safe. Cock the barrel. Make sure you always secure the barrel with your offhand. Load your pellet. Close the barrel. Aim the rifle at your intended target. Release the safety. And gently squeeze the trigger. You put the rifle on safe. We'll do it one more time here. Cock the barrel. Now, because this has a very short barrel, it's a little tough to cock it, but you do get used to it. Load your pellet. Close the barrel. Set it to fire. And gently squeeze the trigger. The firing cycle on the BSA is simply wonderful. There's really a thump and that's about it. The rifle can be shot directly off a rest so long you pay close attention to the resting point. If it changes, you're going to see a change in your point of impact. You're also going to need to really work on your trigger control to overcome that second stage, that really long second stage in the trigger, if you want to see consistent accuracy. Let's talk a little bit about performance and accuracy. I tested several different pellets in the BSA GRT Lightning before settling on the RWS Superpoint Extras and also the RWS Superdomes. Both weigh in at around 14.5 grains and produce nearly identical velocity results, averaging 670 feet per second and generating 14.46 foot-pounds at the muzzle. Now, the Superpoint Extras did really well at 10 yards, where the Superdomes did better as you needed to stretch it out a little further. Here's a shot group at 20 yards with the Superpoint Extras, followed by a series of shots on some silhouettes that were spread from 25 yards out to around 35 yards. Now, there was a pretty serious crosswind, and you can see how that impacted the shots on paper. But with the Hawk Air Max EV scope and the MAP 6 reticle, adjusting for hitting the silhouettes was actually very easy. So let's go ahead and take a look at our final summary. There's a lot of really great things that come on this BSA GRT Lightning. I'd like a little bit shorter second stage on the trigger, but it's smooth and it breaks right at 2 pounds, which is frankly ideal for a sporting trigger. I also ran into just a little bit of a snag with the stock screws wanting to loosen up on me, but also that's very easily resolved with a little Loctite. Personally, I found it very difficult to put this rifle down. The compact form factor, smooth cocking and shooting cycle, and of course repeatable accuracy, puts this very high on my favorite airguns list. It's also very quiet, which is going to be a bonus for those that want to get in some trigger time in their backyard. If you're looking for a great airgun, whether to shoot in your backyard or out hunting in the field, you just got to give the BSA GRT some serious consideration. It's really a great airgun. I'd like to take a moment and thank the folks at Gammo USA for providing our review product today, and of course Airgun Depot for sponsoring Airgun Web in this video. Please be sure to visit airgundepot.com for great airgun information and deals. And if you have any questions about your next airgun purchase, don't hesitate to give them a call at 866-477-4867. When you're looking for honest or real-world airgun reviews, think Airgun Web, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. I'm Rick Eutsler with airgunweb.com. Thanks again for watching.